Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Well, welcome. Wednesday, January 20th. You know, I said the other day that it's gotten kind of hard to do the show right now because the truth is things just suck at the moment. And I've always tried to tell you the truth. Not my truth, not your truth, but the truth. And the truth is, this is a dark day for America. Aside from COVID and tens of thousands of military troops on the streets of our nation's capital, we have radical elements being sworn in to the office of presidency and vice president right now. That's happening at 12 o'clock today, Eastern. A man and a woman who want to complete the fundamental transformation of America, and they're leading the country right now. Two of the most extreme left-wing politicians as senators in the history of our nation. They're now president and vice president. And they made their extremist agenda pretty darn clear, too. They plan to open the floodgates for illegal entry into the country. We've got 8,000 to 12,000 people headed here right now in the caravan. At a time when allowing that is more dangerous than it's ever been due to the pandemic, among other things. They promised to make tens of millions of those lawbreakers brand new citizens. They're going to put us back into the harmful and absolutely needless, worthless Paris Agreement on the climate, which will eventually cripple our economy. They're going to further cripple us with tax increases. They plan to socialize a lot of our society, like, education and health care. They want to take our guns. They want to pack the Supreme Court with extreme leftists. And they're working as hard as they can to silence anyone and everyone who disagrees with these crazy plans of theirs. So, yeah, it's a dark day. Meanwhile, the media falls all over themselves in breathless excitement that the oldest radical to ever be elected and the first woman and person of color are at the helm. They love that. And they're celebrating that. Even though in reality, it's a time for solemnity and prayer. It's a time to pray like you've never prayed before. For the welfare of this nation, pray that somehow, some way, he'll show us the way to stand up to it all. To stop what we can, to mitigate the damage that is going to be done to our country, and there will be damage done to it, until we can at least get to the midterm elections. Pray that he'll soften the hearts of those who hate us so much and hate the fact that we even exist. And pray that we can find a way to make a positive difference while all this is going on, while all of the odds are against us. And during the show today, we'll talk about the options we have, because we do have options. And I want to talk to you about them at 888-900-3393. So don't miss a single minute of the show today. It's jam-packed full of stuff. I mean, Keith just piled up about, if you put these on top of each other, I think they're about half the height of the Empire State Building.
Oh, I thought you were going to say half of the Amazon rainforest, a jungle.
No, this is probably two-thirds of the Amazon.
Two-thirds of it? Yeah, represented there from the trees that sacrifice themselves for
where
the
we've heard we get what? Almost all of our oxygen from the Amazon. We heard that. It's not true, but we did hear it.
We did. Hey, I've got a silver lining to what we're about to embark on as a nation in a few hours. Think back 4 years to Inauguration Day. Remember Trump gets inaugurated? That just feels like yesterday, man. Doesn't that seem like it was just the other day? It does to me.
Yeah, it does.
So maybe
this
4 years will fly as well.
I hope so.
I really that's all I got. Sorry.
It's something.
It's something. Time flies, man.
It's something.
And that's it. That's what I got. So
powerful. Thank you,
It
Keith.
starts today.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. That's great.
Hey, but Anwar victory yesterday.
Oh.
Donald Trump left us with. Opened up some...
Last minute, he opened up Anwar.
Yeah, and apparently it's going to be very difficult for Biden to overturn this because it's already been leased to a couple of companies that want to drill there.
He'll find a way to do it, though.
Yeah.
He'll find a way
Tie
to
him
do
up
it.
in court, yeah.
Because they act as if the Anwar Reserve is this beautiful region of Alaska where there's mountains and frolicking elk and moose and reindeer, and it's just beautiful and pristine and wonderful. Instead, it's just a barren wasteland. It's just a frozen, barren wasteland.
It's been described as looking very similar to the lunar surface.
Imagine that. So you're worried about tearing up the lunar surface?
I mean, whenever you read a story about Anwar and the drilling that goes on there or is going to go on there, anyway, the accompanying picture with it is always like elk frolicking, tall grass, mountains, majestic in the background, maybe a lake or something.
But yeah.
No.
And, we're told that it's going to mess up their mating habits. That's one of the...
Oh, that's not true.
That's one of the ridiculous reasons they use. Well, the moose, their mating habits will be disturbed. By what? The noise? It's going to ruin their romantic feeling? The mood in the region is so romantic that they won't be able to procreate after that?
Yeah, elk love. Actually, studies show that elk populations along the Alaskan pipeline, where it's warmer,
yes,
they go up.
They go up.
So they got nothing, man.
Don't tell me it ruins the romance of the moose and the elk, because that's just not true. All right, don't forget about Biden bingo today. We've got the Inauguration Day bingo. All these things are things that will be said during the course.
Definitely.
Of
Thank
the day.
you, Comrade Snoobage, for this card. Boy.
Things like messes up the numbers. He's going to mess up some. If he says numbers, he will mess them up. 100 days.
Oh, yeah. That should be the free square.
Day one.
Oh, day one.
First day. She's got first day there.
Okay.
Masks. Dark days ahead. Yeah, like right now. Alt-right, right-wing, Proud Boys. Free square there. Executive orders, Harris administration, so on. You see the list there. So that should be fun to play. And just add a little bit of levity to an otherwise dark day.
Yeah. Get your card at Pat Unleashed on Twitter.
All right. For now, that's where it is.
Yeah.
Again, Parler CEO expects to have his platform up by the end of the month. I think he's still saying the end of the month. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, they were really devastated. And it's a whole big process to get that thing back up online, apparently. Got this tweet from Michael Tracy. They asked the guardsmen why they're standing around with unloaded rifles.
Yeah, we got a video of that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see that.
I'm sorry. I thought that was something else. Yeah. So a lot of people have been sending out these pictures where they don't even have the magazine
and they
in
said,
their weapons.
I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm told. Ay.
Yes.
What was the video you're talking about?
I'm sorry. I thought you were, when you said standing around, I was thinking the DC cops, not the DC cops, I think it was the Capitol Police, were just standing around. We have a video where a guy's pleading for them to intervene as these people were knocking down the door. Did you want to see that one now? Okay. I think it's clip number 7. Come on down. So this Trump supporter is pleading with the police. Why are you letting this happen?
Why haven't you called for backup?
You're not calling for backup?
This is our Capitol building, and y'all are letting it get destroyed on your watch.
So this was a week ago, obviously.
Yeah, yes.
Backup. Get some help down here.
Guy's wearing a MAGA hat.
And if they don't want to get you backup, they obviously don't give a about you. These people want blood.
Huh.
So
a Trump supporter trying to get the police to get more people there to guard the building.
And it's hard to see who
Interesting.
was actually, you can kill this now, who was actually trying to knock down that door. There are other videos out there circulating that clearly show non-MAGA types doing the instigating.
What?
Right?
What's this conspiracy theory you're pushing? What? Okay, Keith.
My bad.
All right. I'm so tired of these people.
Yeah.
I can't.
Everything's a conspiracy theory unless it comes from the other side.
That's right. And how about the Russian conspiracy theory?
I love this.
Oh my gosh.
Are you talking about Hillary and Nancy?
Yes. To name one.
Yeah.
Or, well, I guess Hillary and Nancy would be two.
Nah, they share a brain, so
Yeah.
I think it works.
That's true. Do we have video from them?
Yes. So Hillary is whose podcast?
I think it's Hillary's
Hillary's got a
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton.
Doesn't everybody have a podcast now?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to
There
check
are
out at the mic.
350 million American podcasts now. There are 7.5 billion worldwide. Every single living person has a podcast. Babies have podcasts.
I mean, you start them young, right? You know?
Yep. So here's what they had to say.
Okay.
On
we
Hillary's
learned a lot
podcast.
about our system of government over the last 4 years with a president who disdains democracy and, as you have said numerous times, has other
Pause
agendas.
it.
What they all are.
You mean he disdains democracy like our founding fathers disdained democracy? Yeah, that's why they didn't set up a democracy. All right, continue.
What they all are, I don't think we yet know. I hope historically we will find out who he's beholden to, who pulls his strings.
No.
I would love to see his phone records to see whether
Would
he was
you?
talking to Putin.
I'd love to see
the
yours,
day that
Pumpkin.
the insurgents invaded our capital. But we now know that
We now know.
not just him, but his enablers, his accomplices, his
Okay.
cult members have the same
Wow.
disregard for democracy. Do you think we need a
we all disregard
9/11 type
democracy.
commission to
Yes, I
investigate
think we
and
do.
report everything that they can pull together and explain what happened?
People are
I do.
despicable.
Let me again.
What a surprise,
to the
really, you
point
do?
of who is he beholden to? As I've said over and over, as I said to him in that picture with my red suit, right, as I was leaving, what I was saying to him as I was pointing rudely at him.
Perhaps
with
not
you,
the most
Mr.
mature
President, all roads
of
lead
segments.
to Putin. I don't know what Putin has on him politically, financially, or personally.
Gosh.
But what happened last week was a gift to Putin because Putin
right.
wants to
That's
undermine
right.
democracy in our country and throughout the world.
Jeez, this
And
is
these
amazing.
people, unbeknownst to them maybe, are Putin puppets. They were doing Putin's business when they did that at the incitement
It's unbelievable.
of an insurrection by the President of the United States.
So
yes, we should
unbelievable.
have a 9/11 commission, and there's
So,
strong
yes.
support in the Congress to do that.
Okay, great. So even as they continue to throw around words directed at the right, like baseless and unfounded and conspiratorial and debunked, to describe whatever idea Trump supporters believe, they concoct this madness?
It's a madhouse! A madhouse!
And, okay, there's a woman who apparently stole one of Nancy Pelosi's computers last week when they were in the office. She wasn't, obviously. And so I don't even know if they've proven that she stole a laptop. I don't even know that a laptop is actually missing. But that's the big news now, is that one of the MAGA women went in and took one of Nancy Pelosi's computers.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't even all that great. Like it was for presentations and stuff. So.
And she was planning to sell it to the Russians.
Oh,
Yeah, at least according to, I guess, her ex-boyfriend or ex-lover. I don't know. He said, yeah, she was going to sell it to the Russians. These
Sounds
people
like
just see Russians everywhere all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the I see dead people thing on in The Sixth Sense, only with Russians. I see Russians.
In your dreams?
No.
While you're awake?
Yes.
How often do you see them?
oh wow.
Chilling, isn't it? We see Russians now. All the time.
Spoiler alert. by the way.
Everywhere.
Kid sees dead people. Just want y'all to know that.
Well, I mean, this just happened in 1999, so maybe you're still planning to get it.
I mean, I just barely got Pretty Woman watched finally last weekend. So, yeah. So seriously, this is the party. Yeah, this is the party that used to just mock any reference to Russia.
Like this.
Governor Romney, I'm glad that you recognize that Al-Qaeda is a threat. Because a few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia.
Oh, what?
Not
Ridiculous.
Al-Qaeda.
Not
you said
Al-Qaeda.
Russia.
Russia.
And the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back because the Cold War's been over for 20 years.
Yeah.
But, Governor, when it comes to our foreign policy, you seem to want to import the foreign policies of the 1980s, just like the social policies of the 1950s and the economic policies of the 1920s.
Whoa.
People are great, aren't they? They're so consistent.
Hold on a second. He just ripped the economic policies of the 1920s?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now Obama's going after Coolidge?
What?
Now it's personal.
Oh.
I forgot how much I hated that man's voice.
Oh,
gosh.
It's intolerable.
He'll probably talk less over the next 4 years, right?
I would think. I don't know.
Let's hope.
Although Biden, I'm sure, will make sure that he knows he's soliciting his advice because everybody reveres him so much. So you want to go back to the first black president for his advice on everything. Meantime, let me tell you about Rough Greens. Vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, these are just some of what you need to get when you pick up a bag of when you pick up a bag of Rough Greens for your dog. You need these, and Rough Greens provides these. If you didn't already know, most dog food, the dry kibble stuff that you put in the bowl every day, it's all dead. It's dead food. They sterilize it, kind of burn all the nutrients out of it so that it lasts a really long time on the store shelf. Well, Rough Greens isn't dog food. Instead, it's a supplement you just sprinkle on the top. Your dog will absolutely love it. So don't tell your dog it's good for them. That'll be our little secret. So they're going to love this stuff, and they eat it, and so they get all that nutrition from it. So you're going to see them be a lot friskier, a lot like they were when you first got them when they were a puppy. When I started giving Rough Greens to my dog, she was starting to act a little listless, and now she's back to doing all the puppy things. She goes and grabs one of her toys and brings it over to you every time you walk in the door and wants to play fetch, all of that stuff that she used to do. Get the Rough Greens Jumpstart bag today for just $14.95 and start the process of getting your dog healthier and happier again. If you want to see your dog thrive again, go to roughgreens.com/blaze. That's ruffgreens.com/blaze.
You're listening to Pat Gray Unleashed.
You know, and all this Russian stuff based on a total lie, and they know it. They absolutely know it. And then it all came from Hillary Clinton. It all began with Hillary Clinton and the Steele dossier. And they know that was bogus. They know it was made up garbage. They know this is all based on a lie, and they don't care. Just like the video that they talked about that touched off Benghazi. They knew that was a lie, a bald-faced lie from the beginning, and they just kept telling it. I mean, faithfully, religiously telling it for at least a month afterwards. I'll bet if you ask some of them today, they'd still mention the stupid video, which had nothing to do with it, of course. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Something like, it was literally under 1,000 people who had even seen that video up to that point.
Oh, yeah.
Less than 1,000.
Oh, it was
maybe less than 100.
Seriously, I think it was 300 and something.
Very
views.
few. Yeah. Ridiculous. So they are really good at taking a foundation of lies and then just building a house of cards on top of it. It's great. But it will all come down. And my hope is that it comes down by 2022 because that's when the midterms are, and we need to replace these Democrats with Republicans so we can stop the damage that they're doing.
And I haven't checked in a while. I think it was a few years ago. I think this is the cycle. There's a lot of Democrat seats in the Senate that are up.
I hope so.
I
hope so. Yeah, because weren't more Republican seats up this time?
Correct. Yep.
So it usually works out that way. It's every other time. And again, meanwhile, the caravan is on its way. One of the members is. Did we play this yesterday or not?
Yeah, we played it.
Is this the same one?
Yeah, and so
okay.
The thing is, we played. We're like, the guy makes reference to 100 days. We're like, what's he talking about?
Right.
I don't know if you want to reset it with him.
Yeah, watch this guy.
What do you want for your people?
What I want for my people, I just want patience and pace that we can get to the U.S. because they're having a new president. Where's Biden? He's going to help all of us. He's given us 100 days to get to the U.S. And give us legal mental paper so we can get a better life for our kids and family.
We're like, 100 days? He gave him 100 days?
Yeah, he gave him 100 days.
Well,
yeah.
Didn't realize it. There's a line in a story I saw yesterday. There.
Right. He appeared to be citing Biden's pledge to place a 100-day moratorium on deportations. So he's not going to deport anybody for 100 days. That's what he's... So, really... Biden did give them. Indeed, he did. He gave them 100 days to get here, and we won't deport you. Okay. And they can't jail him because they've been talking trash about that for 4 years. They're not going to put them in prison. They're not going to detain them. They're not going to separate them from their families because, for some reason, immigrants can't be separated from their families. Now, U.S. citizens can. U.S. citizens are separated from their families every day, and somebody in the family is sent to jail. Oh, you've separated them from their family. Yeah, we did. But you can't do that to illegal aliens for some reason. I'm not sure what. But yeah, there's the 100-day pledge he was talking about.
Ta-da! So that's why they're hustling.
That's great, and they are hustling.
That's why they ran through that border. By the way, little housekeeping from a few minutes ago. I was wrong. I looked up the Senate seats in 2022.
Oh, no. Is it Republican?
Yeah, by my count, if my calculations are correct, and they're often wrong, 20 red seats, 14 blue.
Well, 14 blue, that's enough to take back the Senate, that's for sure.
Well, I mean, that's assuming you're winning your red ones back, too.
Yes. Yes, it is. But I think if they're going to do what I expect them to do, we're gonna win back more than just the red seats.
Okay. I mean, I could go through the list, but it's going to take a while.
Just do the 14 that are up for grabs.
Okay, Mark Kelly, Arizona.
That's the husband of that's the astronaut.
Yeah.
Husband of the wife who was shot.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Said that eloquently, didn't they? That was really
easy to follow. It kind of sounded like me talking. So Kamala Harris's seat that went to.
Okay.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Michael Bennett of Colorado.
Bennett, yep. That's one maybe that we can get.
Yeah. Richard Blumenthal, Connecticut.
Oh, he's a nightmare.
Raphael Warnock. Hopefully that's a very brief stay in the Senate.
Please.
Brian Schatz, Hawaii.
Okay.
Not familiar. Tammy Duckworth of Illinois.
Terrible.
Just terrible. Chris Van Hollen of Maryland. Terrible. Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada there. Maggie Hassan of New Hampshire. Charles Schumer.
Chuck Schumer.
Yes, I know.
So he'll be
reelected.
Of course, he'll be reelected, and he's going to be majority leader. So that could be taken from him during this election. So Chucky Schumer's up.
Mm-hmm.
Who else?
Who's going to challenge the Senate majority leader on the left? Ron Wyden of Oregon. Patrick Leahy of Vermont. And Patty Murray of Washington.
Wow. Whole bunch of nightmarish senators that do need to go. And maybe with all the extremism they're going to pour on our heads, maybe we'll be ready.
I wonder if Leahy might retire. I was thinking he might be, the...
Is he the oldest?
I think he might be the oldest, but the Senate pro tempore is Chuck Grassley. I looked that up.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, for what that's worth.
I'm not sure what that's worth.
I mean, he's fourth in line for the presidency.
Okay.
That's it. That's all. That's all that.
I see.
That's all you get.
Talking about the succession.
Senate pro tempore. Yeah.
But that's something, right?
Yep. So then Patrick Leahy, if he retires, Vermont, maybe. I mean, it's not like Vermont has a track record of giving us a communist in the Senate.
We actually only need to keep all 20 that are up for a re-election and then win one more. That's all. That's all we need. And you can stop a lot of the nightmarish nonsense that will be going on at that particular time.
You might have some vulnerable names on the right, though.
I hope not.
Pat Toomey, Pennsylvania.
Jeez. Yeah. All right. So you might have to win more than one.
Chuck Grassley, probably retire. Iowa.
Yeah, okay. You have to win more than one. Maybe more than two.
Lisa Murkowski, get out.
She sucks.
I can't take her. She wants it so that Trump isn't allowed to run again. I mean, do you ever hear a Democrat saying,
No.
we want it so that Joe Biden's not allowed to run again?
No, absolutely not. That never happens. It is so weird. It never happens.
They are lockstep, baby.
I have. Yeah. Now that's why we find ourselves in this predicament. Another day one priority today that Joe Biden really wants to get done. This is a day one priority that he's going to reinstate the Obama-era Title IX regulations, ensuring that transgender students are allowed to use the bathroom or locker room that aligns with their gender identity.
Think about this.
That's a priority for you? Really?
Think about this. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, this would have been madness to even discuss. Now it's a day one priority for a president.
Right. What happened to protecting women? What happened to that? What happened to common sense and common decency? Why do the demands of trans people supersede everyone else in society, including women that they claim to be so concerned about? I don't understand it. I really don't. It's 0.7% of our society. And again, you got to say it a million times, but it's not even necessarily the transgender people that you're worried about in this scenario. It's some heterosexual man who's masquerading as somebody who has this gender dysphoria. I'm sorry, it's not gender dysphoria anymore. It's not a problem at all anymore. In fact, it's really a superior gene, apparently, that kicks in and makes it even better. They're an even better human being. So it's somebody who's just acting the part so that he can get his jollies in the women's locker room.
We know someone who used to work here.
It's happened. Yes.
Go to Target and ta-da.
I mean, right after that happened, right after the ruling, it happened here. It's just amazing to me. And they won't even acknowledge that possibility. They don't care. They don't care enough about women to even say, okay, well, yeah, that's unlikely, but it's legitimate. Thank you for bringing that up. We'll pay attention to it. Not even that. Not even that. So we'll see how many problems this creates once all of this happens all over again.
Jeffy, have you ever taken advantage of those policies, of the bathroom policies, like at a Target or something?
I feel like a woman right now.
Yeah.
First of all, I might look like a man, but you're pissing me off. I'm not.
Yeah, he's just standing there giving me this
I'm
look.
a woman.
Who among us?
Right. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we're just wondering if a real world example exists, among these rooms here. He's like, I think he just mouthed, "I got it."
Of course, that's what he mouthed. All right. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We got Chewing the Fat with Jeffy coming up in just a minute. You got Biden's climate team talking about, what is to blame for climate change? Well, I thought it was CO2.
Yeah, is it not now?
No, it's not.
They changed it?
Yeah, they changed it.
What is it now?
It is no longer, we'll tell you in just a few minutes here. It is no longer CO2 we're worried about in climate change. That's not what causes it. Are you that naive? Oh, no, there's a far worse problem.
Is that right?
Causing climate change right now.
I can't wait. I'm going to stay tuned to Pat Gray Unleashed to find out.
Please do. See, that's the whole point of what I just did there.
I see.
Yeah, it's called a tease.
A tease.
I teased
Ad-lib, a tease.
Don't you miss Rick Sanchez?
I do not.
Oh, where has he gone?
Not a bit.
Okay. 888-900-3393. We'll be chewing the fat next. John Polk tweets, the title of the first book written about Biden and Harris, How to Destroy a Republic in 100 Days or Less.
Really?
It's a DIY book for inspiring dictators.
Oh, no.
Inspiring, or you're supposed to inspire the dictators, or are they aspiring dictators? Either way. Sounds like a good book for him to read. Rowdy Introvert tweets, I would love to play Biden bingo, other than the fact that I would have to play along by watching the inauguration. Well, yeah, it would, that would sort of preclude it. Caffeinated Texan, we're supposed to believe Nasty Pelosi, an ignorant 80-year-old who hasn't had to do a legitimate day's work in her life. She knows how to use a laptop? Okay, Pumpkin. Carl Smith, will part of President Biden's ramped-up fight against COVID-19 allow open borders, but only at 25% of capacity?
Hey, I like it.
I do too.
And I know you mentioned it briefly in that Nancy Pelosi laptop story, but there's no proof that this girl took it at all.
Oh,
there's
I know.
No proof that there's any missing laptop at all.
I know. They don't even know if there's a
They
theft.
just throw it out there. Oh, yeah, she stole it. And
she's selling it to the Russians.
She's selling it to the Russians. Every American across that, you know what? We can sell it to the Russians.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Come on. So ridiculous right now. So ridiculous.
Oh, speaking of
ridiculous. Yes.
Why would you?
It is time now for Chewing the Fat with Jeffy.
Greatest song ever.
Well, this is a great introduction. I'd like to thank
Isn't it?
I'd like to thank them for doing that.
Oh, no.
Here it goes. It's a little pitchy, dog. A little pitchy.
It is a little pitchy dog. Wow, thank you so much.
It's not done yet.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, let your song play, man.
Come on.
It's your intro.
Yeah, you want to experience all of the genius.
Yeah, no, thank you.
In that presentation.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's quite the open.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which I like more.
I know. It's hard to decide.
Sad news for many. Nestle recalling more than 762,000 pounds of pepperoni Hot Pockets. I know. The problem was discovered when the company received 4 consumer complaints of extraneous materials in the products. It's received 1 report of a minor oral injury associated with consumption of the product. The recall is for the 54-ounce packages containing 12 of the brand sandwiches, the premium pepperoni made with pork, chicken, and beef pizza garlic buttery crust. Best used before February 2022 on the date. They may be contaminated with the extraneous materials, specifically pieces of glass and hard plastic. So if you've purchased the product, do not consume it, throw it away, or return it to the place of purchase. I don't know why you would throw it away when you could take it back, but it's only
be Jeffy and injure yourself and then sue them.
What are the odds? Right?
I don't know how many of them were. Do they know how many?
No, they don't. So, I mean, you're going to take a shot, right?
No, I'm not.
I mean, it's...
Strangely, I'm not. I'm
really?
not going to take a shot. No.
I mean, it's only 762,000 pounds of the pepperoni Hot Pockets. So,
all right.
I mean, you're going to take it. If it's already in your freezer.
Yeah. Go ahead and eat it. Is that your advice? Okay, my advice would be don't take the shot. Don't. Okay.
Hope is still alive.
Oh.
Hope is still alive. The Mega Millions lottery drawing last night for 800 and last night's drawing was $865 million.
Wow.
No winner.
No winner.
So the next drawing Friday night will be $970 million.
You're talking about almost $1 billion.
I know. I know.
Jeez.
716.3 million cash payout for the Mega on Friday. Now tonight, Powerball has a drawing that, I mean, really a pittance. 730 million.
Oh, not even worth playing.
I know.
Not even worth it.
Thank you.
I'm not playing it.
I mean, why would you want 546 million cash payout?
Why would you want that?
Yeah,
you wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
What's the cash payout on the other one?
700 is cash payout. 716.3.
But then, of course, taxes have to come from that, right? So you're talking about.
Don't bring me down with facts.
450. That's barely worth playing. 450 million clear.
I know.
Get out of here.
I'm not even stopping at the QT now.
No way.
I mean, it may go up, right? I mean, when it starts, those numbers start going crazy.
Let me know when it
that.
gets to some real money, will you? Let me know.
It was 2016 where it was 1.5 billion.
Wow.
1.586 billion.
Was that
that was
one
that
person
was a
winner?
Powerball, 3 winners.
3, oh.
Right, so you get what? Yeah, I know. I know. You only get a couple $100 million
Sucks.
each.
Yeah.
Man, you can't even live.
No.
New home for Space Command. Maybe. The U.S. Air Force announced that the new U.S. Space Command headquarters will be in, say it with me,
the moon.
Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's where space came
I mean, I don't have to tell you. I mean, I'm telling the audience. Huntsville's nickname, Rocket City, is largely thanks to Werner von Braun and his team of fellow German-born Rocketeers who settled there in the 50s. And it's long been the home to the Army's Redstone Arsenal and NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center. So the Space Command is to conduct operations enabling satellite-based navigation, troop communication, warning of missile launches, and that's different from the Space Force, which is, a military branch, like, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, so it's different. The Department of Air Force said the decision to move to Huntsville will become final pending the results from the required environmental impact analysis. That only takes a couple of years. So maybe by 2023, the headquarters moves to Huntsville. Right now, it'll remain in Colorado. Biden, still president-elect, is urged to reverse the decision upon taking office. They're saying that, this is going to damage America's national security at a time when Russia and China are actively competing with the U.S. space capabilities. So you can probably make the bet that he's going to keep it in Colorado. But for now, Huntsville, Alabama is the new home for Space Command. Congratulations. Good news about and for Joe the Pigeon. Melbourne resident Kevin Selly Bird said he found the pigeon named Joe after U.S. President-elect Joe Biden in his back garden in December. The bird's leg tag suggested that Joe was registered to an owner in Alabama and had last been seen during a race in the U.S. state of Oregon in October.
What does your leg tag suggest?
I'm an American.
Okay.
U.S.
But you do have a leg tag, right?
Yeah, and
yes.
They are studying you.
I can't leave the county.
I was going to say an alarm goes off when he leaves his house.
The pigeon made headlines around the world after he was found in the garden wearing that U.S. identification. And if that was true, that'd be a new world record, right? Oregon to Australia is over 8,000 miles. The record now stands at 7,200 miles, made by a homing pigeon back in 1931. He flew from France to Vietnam, 7,200 miles in 24 days. Wow. Incredible. But even if Joe had the record, it wouldn't matter because they were going to kill him for breaching Australia's quarantine rules. But the pigeon, his fate turned. When the American Racing Pigeon Union, you don't want to mess with Big Pigeon Union. Do not mess with Big Pigeon Union.
I need a shirt.
They denied. They said, no, that leg tag is not real. It's not genuine. So the Australia's Department of Agriculture, Water and Environment did an investigation, and they concluded, he's probably not going to be a biosecurity risk, so he can live. Go ahead, no problem. Plus, it appears that Joe is an entirely different breed. He's a local Turkish tumbler pigeon. I mean, if you see the picture, of course, he's a local Turkish tumbler pigeon. They're not even bred for flying long distances. They're bred for tricks in the air.
Right. That's right.
So, it's unclear why the bird was wearing the fake leg tag, but
he's a poser.
Right.
Totally. He's a poser.
Well, the American Racing Pigeon Union's sport development manager, Dion Roberts, said that the use of counterfeit identification is happening more and more.
And it almost got him killed.
Right.
Bastard. Yep. Don't try to pull a fast one on us.
Yep. And no shock that a pigeon named after Joe Biden is a fraud.
Yep.
But and I did find a a nice T-shirt here of the American Racing
That's beautiful.
Pigeon Union.
I want to see you proudly wearing one of those very soon.
No doubt. As long as we mentioned Oregon, let's go to Beaverton for the crime story. A mother parks just outside the store, goes inside to buy a gallon of milk and some meat. She leaves her 4-year-old child in the back seat. She left the engine running and the doors unlocked. She was never more than 15 feet from the car, she claims. A store employee who helped the woman said she was only in the market for a few minutes before someone began backing the SUV out of the parking space. So according to Beaverton police spokesman, Officer Matt Henderson, what she did was not a crime. I would like to say it should be, leaving your kid in the back of the car like that to run in the store. But she was within sight and sound of her child, according to the officer. But she left the car running. So take that extra step, said the officer. Take the keys with you. It's a good reminder to take extra precaution when we have our little ones with us. Maybe that extra precaution should be, I don't know, take the child with you. If you have a chance to take your keys, maybe you take the kid too, right? Anyway, the car thief realizes that the 4-year-old is in the back seat, makes a U-turn back to the front door of the store, and starts lecturing the mother for leaving the child in the car. Threatens to call the police on her, orders her to take the kid out of the car, which she does, and then he drives off.
Oh, come on. Wait, no. What in the world, man?
No word if they've caught him yet or not.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But good for that is a nice criminal.
Yeah. It's a responsible criminal.
Nice, good car thief right there. Yes.
Yes. All right, let me take a minute to tell you about Keeps. If you've noticed your hair isn't as full as it once was, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, I do. So let's talk about some of the options. You can either go to your doctor and spend a ton of money and then go to the pharmacy and spend a ton more and have all that inconvenience, or you can try Keeps from the comfort of your lazy boy at home. You get the same doctor-recommended, FDA-approved hair loss treatment. But Keeps offers the generic versions for about half the price. And it's all online, so you don't have to go anywhere. You just answer a few questions online. You post a few pictures of your hair online. And then a licensed doctor reviews all that and recommends the right hair loss treatment for you. And about 90% of the time, it stops hair loss. And 66 or 67% of people actually experience hair regrowth. So let's get you started with a special deal. Go to keeps.com/Pat. keeps.com/Pat. Get 50% off your first order at Keeps Hair Loss Treatments. Keeps.com/Pat.
Pat Gray.
Yeah.
And more with Chewing the Fat with Jeffy.
Before I get into congratulations, just a reminder to subscribe to Chewing the Fat podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Just go there, like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify. Go there, subscribe, and turn your life around. Okay? Turn your life around by subscriing to Chewing the Fat.
That's really the key, right? To turning your life around. Really the key to it.
That's what you do?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, everything will be fine after that.
I know that.
Yeah. I mean, just let me say you're welcome right now, okay? I know it's Inauguration Day. Congratulations are in order.
No.
To Sarah Fuller.
Oh, okay.
Sarah Fuller.
Again, no.
You remember Sarah Fuller, the kicker for Vanderbilt.
Oh, yes. Of course I do.
She tweeted.
You mean the supposed or should have been Heisman Trophy winner?
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
Robbed.
Yes.
It's an honor, she tweeted, to be invited to participate in one of America's greatest traditions. This historic inauguration is especially meaningful for American women and girls. The glass ceilings are breaking, and it's time to hashtag lead like a woman. Yes, she's going to participate in the inauguration party. Fuller taped a pre-recorded video for the inauguration. A university spokesperson confirmed to The Hustler, no, not Hustler.
Wait a minute.
The Hustler.
The story's trajectory is changing.
It's the Vanderbilt Hustler.
I see.
It serves as the news source for the university's students.
Wait a minute. Vanderbilt's school, what, newspaper? What is it?
The Hustler. Yeah. The segment is going to air during and I'm sure you've already got the DVR set. Celebrating America, the primetime program tonight, which begins at 7:30 p.m. Central on only ABC, CBS, CNN, NBC, and MSNBC. So
I'm sure Fox is covering it.
It's not listed on the list, but we'll see.
You know they are.
Know.
Yeah, Fox is covering it. Come on. Fox Business is probably covering it. CNBC is covering it. Everybody's covering it. Everybody.
Well, they should.
Yeah. Well, it's the inauguration.
It's historic.
Yeah.
Well, it's the inauguration, but this is the party tonight.
Oh, the party.
The party tonight.
They may not cover the
Celebrating
party
America
right now.
tonight.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm mourning this particular thing.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, we're only 1,461 days until the end of Joe Biden's term.
No, we're far closer than that. Far closer.
Wow.
Come on, he's gonna completely implode sometime during the first year, and what's her face is gonna step in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ta-da!
I'm sorry. We're 1,461 days before the end of Kamala Harris's presidential term.
Before the Biden-Harris administration.
Yeah.
Or the Harris-Biden administration, right.
Mm-hmm.
So NFL this weekend, big games. It was great. It was fun to watch. People were all wound up about the changeover between Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. Everybody was saying that Romo and Nance were so much better.
Well, they are,
because they went back to back.
That's only because they are.
This week it goes just the opposite. You have Buck and Aikman into Nance and Romo.
I like Buck and Aikman.
I do too. They're okay,
but
I'm not crazy about
Nance
Joe Buck
and Romo are the state of the art.
And people were
there's
making
huge
fun. I don't know if we have time. We've only got about 30 seconds, but to play the video of when you go from Jim Nance and Tony Romo to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Yeah, we can do that coming up in a few minutes.
It's really funny. Really funny. And they took a beating going back to back.
Amazing. More coming up. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed. On Twitter, it is Inauguration Day. All kinds of things going on. Get into that coming up in just a minute. First of all, let me tell you about a brand new sponsor to the show, and this is one I love. I've known these guys for a while. What's it been, a year? Maybe 2?
Yeah, something like that.
Brooker's Founding Flavors.
I know. I'm so happy they are on board.
It's only the greatest ice cream on the face of the planet. That's all. That's all it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
Seriously. We had the Madison Crunch in here yesterday.
Holy cow. I mean, unbelievable. And see, that's really cool because the flavors are named after founding fathers with something really cool that's kind of tied to them. It's just, I mean, I love ice cream. Look at me. But
I mean, I have it once in a while.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have guessed.
Well, I know.
I wouldn't have guessed.
I try to keep it.
You're so svelte.
Well,
it's not a staple.
Sometimes you got to cheat, and when I do,
it's Brooker's Founding Flavors. Yes. Yeah. This isn't like the artificially flavored pump full of air junk that you buy at the grocery store. This is really high quality, premium, ultra high premium quality ice cream. It's made with the highest level of creaminess and highest quality of ingredients, things like real vanilla from around the world and really good chocolate. Their ice cream is hand-packed, so it's dense and really, really delicious. Brooker's captures the spirit and passion of revolutionary America and founding fathers, and they're bringing the ice cream revolution to you.
Yay.
So you don't have to go to Utah to get this ice cream.
I mean, you can
anymore. You can, and I have, and it's really fun. And they've got some founding father era things in there, like you can put yourself in the stockades and stuff. It's fun. And then the ice cream, the big payoff, the ice cream.
So the stockades at the ice cream parlor
come for the stockades.
The payoff.
Stay for the ice cream.
The payoff is actually the taste of the ice cream. You're gonna love it. So they will deliver it to you now.
Oh,
and they delivered to it was frozen so
that
solid.
Dry ice, baby.
Ooh-wee.
I had a lot of fun
Didn't
with
it say it was 109 below?
109 degrees below.
109 below Fahrenheit. They delivered this stuff to you.
That's not bad.
Fantastic. So this is really, really ultra premium ice cream. The stuff you get in the grocery store is like 8 or 10% butterfat. Premium ice cream is 12%. A super premium is 14%. This is higher than 16% butterfat. It is super mega ultra Doppler
So the top
butter
of the
fat.
list.
Yeah, absolutely. The best you can get. Check out the Brooker's website. They have a ton of amazing flavors, and they can deliver right to your house. In fact, their Marie Antoinette lets them eat red velvet cake flavor is the perfect gift for Valentine's Day. Go to brookersicecream.com. That's BROOKERS, icecream.com, and click on the Ship Nationwide tab. That's brookersicecream.com. Click on the Ship Nationwide tab.
Pat Gray.
Yeah, baby. That's right. So everybody's covering the fact that President Trump is leaving the White House in a few minutes. They've got Marine One standing by. He's going to probably be taken to the airport and then flown to, I don't know, I think they're going to Florida.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I wanted him to
Mar-a-Lago.
fly over just at the beginning of the inauguration for Biden. Just leave and fly over.
Buzz him.
Be kind of fun. Little Trump flare at the end. That would be cool.
The Trump plane just flies over.
But surprisingly, he is leaving. No Delta Force necessary?
What?
Wait, what? Where are the SEAL teams that we're going to have to drag him by the hair out of the White House? They're going to have to extract him with the military. Special forces are going to have to show up. Okay. Shut up. I mean, it just shows how wrong they are at every turn. At every stinking turn.
Sure does.
And here they are covering the peaceful transition, at least from Trump. He's not firing a weapon coming out of the White House. Well, he hasn't come out yet, but I'm pretty sure he won't. At this point, it doesn't look like he'll be firing a weapon as he leaves.
That's probably a pretty good bet.
I mean, so ridiculous.
I know.
So ridiculous.
I know.
You would think he'd be flying into the waiting arms of Vladimir Putin to listen to Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton and all the rest of these douchebags that are so despicable. Absolutely despicable.
You mean the people that could never let go of the fact that Donald Trump was president of the United States? Those people?
Those people.
Who now claim, hey, get over it, unify?
Yeah.
Those same people?
Yes, unify. Okay. I'm willing to. If you just come around to my way of thinking and stop your socialism.
We're good.
I'm good. Yeah, I'll unify with you. I can't unify with socialists.
No.
I can't. There's no way that the U.S. constitutionalists and Marxists can ever unify. How? How do you do that?
Way.
I mean, we don't have to kill each other, but I'm not coming around to your way of thinking, that's for sure.
Right.
And I'm not compromising on the Constitution. We're not supposed to. So you're going to have to change, or we're going to have a little problem.
or there's going to be less unification going on.
Yes. Yes. And that's just where we are in this extremist environment that we're in. The Democrat Party has just become the Communist Party. I love how they're trying to say that the Klan supported Trump or whatever, even though he didn't ask for their support. I don't even know if is there an official Klan leadership that has endorsed him? I don't know of it. But they're trying to pin him to the Klan by saying they endorse him, while the Communist Party USA endorsed Joe Biden.
Right.
It's just unbelievable.
And is he ever going to denounce the Proud Boys? I don't know.
Will he? Or white
I don't
supremacy?
know if he's ever going to.
Will you ever? Why won't you do that?
I don't
and why
know.
won't you denounce white supremacy?
Well, what about, Richard Spencer? He is a white supremacist that actually endorsed Joe Biden. They never speak of that.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, the alt-right aligns more with Joe Biden than they do Donald Trump. I don't know. The whole thing is just unbelievable.
Exciting. Is that the word you were looking for?
Yes, exciting.
Yeah,
exciting. I got chills. Wasn't it? It was one of the CNN reporters, I think, that said she had chills.
Yeah. And then she
got hammered.
It. Yeah.
And then she tried to explain her way out of it. It's just the historic nature of the moment. No, it's not. No, it's not. Did you get chills when you saw Trump show up at the White House?
Oh, of course.
Of course she did.
Of course she did.
You know she did.
Of course she did. Of course she did. She got chills when she was reporting on all the rioting going on 4 years ago, protesting Donald Trump becoming president.
Yeah, we showed you a little bit of that yesterday. We forget, or I don't even know that I knew. Frankly, I don't remember it at all. I don't remember being shown the violence that was going on during the Trump transition.
In D.C. It was bad.
Yeah,
it
they
was
were
really bad.
breaking windows and rioting all over
cars
D.C.
on fire.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But that's fine. Don't even worry about that. Why did you even bring it up? You racist.
Sorry.
Speaking of which, we got to correct a problem that has been going on for far too long, and that's that people are attributing climate change to CO2. What idiots!
Well, that's what.
Yeah, climate change
causes it.
No,
that's what we've been told.
No.
Oh.
Goodness, what's going on?
A couple of the aides named by President-elect Joe Biden to handle the environmental issues, they're setting us straight now on the cause.
Oh.
Systemic racism.
Wait a minute. Is like warm air racist? What is? Are warm fronts?
Are you questioning?
Okay, let me just read this to you.
I need more details. I'll say
Let me just read this to you because I know it's a new concept to some of y'all. Not me, of course. I've known forever. It's systemic racism.
Yeah.
But
share with the class,
for those of you who are ignorant,
guilty.
Yeah.
Sadly, I'm guilty as well. So just go ahead.
Maggie Thompson has been tapped, of course, for the Office of Domestic Climate Policy. Chief of Staff Cecilia Martinez will serve as Senior Director for Environmental Justice. Both incoming advisors have said racism drives climate change while insisting Biden's environmental reforms should be based on racial and economic justice. Okay? That still doesn't tell me why. In 2019, the House Select Committee on the Climate Crisis released an equitable and just climate platform that demanded environmental justice, equity, and reducing pollution in overburdened communities be front and center in the fight against climate change.
Oh, this is where we send our pollution. Remember that? We've talked about how we always...
Where we're sending it to black areas?
Like the suburbs are sending their pollution over urban areas.
I hate to have to do it, but it's just
got to go somewhere.
It's who I am. It's got to go, and it can't go into my neighborhood, right?
Right. Thank you.
So that's
Not
where
in my
I send
backyard.
all my pollution. How am I sending my pollution to the urban areas?
Well, what's happening
again?
is at the end of the day, you go out. You're outside your house, right?
Right.
And you start blowing toward Dallas.
I must be a blowhard, and that's probably not news to a lot of people.
Jeffy and I don't want to say it to your face.
Because I'm about 30 miles from downtown Dallas.
Whoa. Get out of my neighborhood. Oh my goodness. I can't. This is going to be a long ride.
Well, here's the thing. For too long, systemic racism and injustice have disproportionately exposed economically disadvantaged communities, tribal communities, and communities of color to the highest levels of toxic pollution.
What about Two-Spirit communities?
Those two.
Okay.
Yeah,
they didn't put Two-Spirit in there, did they?
They did not.
You're covering for the Biden administration.
Pisses me off.
That's what you're doing.
Pisses me off.
He's asking you about Two-Spirit, and you're acting like it's in there.
Right.
Wow.
No, I shouldn't. You're right.
Protest.
Thank you for calling me out on that.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to know if
there is no explanation whatsoever about how this is possible, that systemic racism is any part to blame for climate change.
We've gone over this, Pat.
Oh yeah, right. We blow our pollution.
I mean,
to
systemic
the inner city.
racism is the cause and issue with
everything. Everything. Yes. That's the only explanation.
Don't question the science.
Don't question the science. What are you, a science denier? Is that what you are? I'd like to see the science on it, though. Show me the science on systemic racism causing climate change.
I mean, they're looking for Portland is already asking for reparations for the entire community, not you.
No. Communities of color.
Yes.
Communities of color.
Thank you.
Including,
and I will say that Portland, in their Agenda 2021 paperwork with racial injustice reparations, did mention have Two-Spirit.
They did.
Yes,
Good.
Well, then.
Yes,
someone's
they had
telling the
entire
truth.
list.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Portland.
Entire list.
Thank you, Portland.
They mentioned LGBTQIA plus Two-Spirit, all of it, man. They had it all in there. They covered the entire
So they did LGBTQIA2 plus
and then Two-Spirit. communities.
Oh, well, the 2 is for Two-Spirit. Did they do Two-Spirit twice?
That'd be
so.
Four-Spirit.
Wow.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's Four-Spirit.
You got to be careful there.
What about the Four-Spirit
Yeah,
people?
what
We
about-
never hear about them.
You
No, we
never hear
don't.
about the Four-Spirits.
Who are
we
you to
don't.
say it's just 2 spirits? What if it's 4? What if it's 8? You don't know.
I can have as many spirits as I want.
And how do you determine a community of color? Because I have people of color in my neighborhood. Am I going to get some of
they
this?
don't count. They're in your
What do you
neighborhood.
mean? Wait, what?
Yeah.
They're in your neighborhood.
Wow, racist. I'm hearing you.
And when did the colored thing be okay again?
Right.
Because calling them colored people was a bad thing a while ago.
Yes, it
Unless you
was.
were the NAACP.
Yes.
That was like
because that
that
never
was a
changed.
carve out.
Yes.
It was grandfathered in, so to
Yes,
speak.
it was.
Right.
Okay.
But to everybody else, it was, well, what color are they?
Whoa, yeah.
I don't.
That's
know.
right.
Just-
Oh my gosh.
Now it's
But now it's
it's
okay
hip again.
Yeah. That's great.
Everything comes back.
That was the thing. You had to specify what color they were.
And there goes Trump. He's leaving the White House.
Oh, here it comes.
there he goes.
Here it comes. And he is not armed.
To the chopper.
Ladies
No.
and gentlemen, he is not, in fact, firing at anyone on the way out.
So when we write the American history story, do we write the end date as January 20th, 2021?
Well, perhaps. Perhaps we'll have to see. How come Melania is not with him?
Man.
She was with him.
Oh, she was?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, they haven't fired up the rotors yet on the helicopter, so.
Well, you got to wait till a couple gets on the.
No, we got
Helicopter.
to do this.
You don't want the wind to blow her hair.
Wait, does CNN not
Yes,
have a camera?
It's her hair they're worried about.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Does CNN not have a camera on the actual entrance of the helicopter? We're on the back side of it, so they've already walked up to it, and then they.
Yeah, they don't.
They got the suitcases, and
of course, our other satellite is out, as it always goes out at
7
this
o'clock
time
every day.
Every morning.
Yeah, that's great.
Every freaking morning. Nobody in this building knows how to reset that box so it stops doing it during the show.
Little inside baseball there for you. Our Fox News channel goes out every morning at this time. So
reboots.
And we can't do anything about it.
Nobody
It's just,
knows.
It's okay. You've watched me long enough. I'm going to shut off.
We're gonna shut up.
Okay.
Congratulations also is in order for the new Assistant Secretary of Health, or the new possible Assistant Secretary of Health.
Yeah, the transgendered person.
Rachel Levine.
Yes, we're going to get into Rachel in just a minute.
She's a looker.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, man.
Stop that. Nope. Okay. All right. Let me tell you about Built Bar, and then we're going to get into the historic nature of the Assistant Secretary of Health, beginning at noon Eastern today. Tell you about her coming up. In the meantime, Built Bar. If you want to eat healthier this New Year's, but you still want to enjoy something absolutely delicious and to sort of cure that sweet tooth, these Built Bars are perfect for that. They're healthier, but you can also count on the fact that they're even tastier than a candy bar. Really good. This might be the healthiest thing you do today. I know it's going to be the healthiest thing I eat all day long. It may be for you, too. Built Bar is better tasting than your favorite candy bar. And candy bars haven't evolved over the last 100 years. But now they have with Built Bar. Built Bar has some great flavors, too. The 18 different flavors. 18! Mm-hmm. Caramel brownie, cookies and cream, coconut almond, raspberry, peanut butter, mint brownie. The one we had yesterday, the dark chocolate cookie dough thing, the dark chocolate cookie dough.
I don't know. It was
so good.
So good. You gave me one of those things.
So good.
Jeffy, has he told you where his stash is yet?
No.
Because he shared with me.
Stash? I don't know. What?
No.
I don't even. That's gone. Somebody took it from me yesterday.
Somebody?
The Russians. I sold it to the Russians. Yeah.
Sold it to
Anyhow,
the Russians.
This is the first Built Bar experience that I had, and I was shocked
Like it?
how
Yeah. They're
very
awesome.
tasty it was.
Yeah, you're going to be surprised. Built Bar is your answer. Go to BuiltBar.com. Use the promo code PAT20 to get 20% off your next order. Use the promo code PAT20 for 20% off at BuiltBar.com. 888-900-3393, also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. President Trump just left the White House, flew off in Marine One. He's on his way to Andrews Air Force Base. And he'll board Air Force One and fly home. Wow,
I know.
It hurts. I will say this. He was a far better president than I thought he would be.
True.
I mean, if you remember back to 2016, you know I wasn't a huge fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But he surprised me. He really did. He did some great things. He didn't do everything I hoped he would do, especially with immigration and the wall. And that's all going to be torn up now. It's all going to be torn down. Every positive change he made on the immigration front to secure our borders will be undone.
I think everything he did.
Well, considering
yes.
I mean, holy
that's
cow. You start going through his accomplishments and you start listening to these, the Biden administration.
The day one garbage in the first 100 days.
Yeah, I mean,
thing.
he's signing like 17 or 18
executive
today.
orders.
And the reason that it's going to be so easy to undo what he did is because and the reason he wasn't able to accomplish everything he wanted to is he got so much pushback, not only from Democrats, but his own party in Congress.
I mean, I don't think he had any friends.
People on his staff. Mm-hmm. So the route that he had to go in so many ways was through executive order, which
now can be undone easily by the next executive. And that's what's happening. So it's too bad.
I know.
It's too bad. I'm anxious to see what he's going to do with the embassy in Jerusalem. You gonna leave that? You better. Does he have the giblets to change that?
I don't know.
We'll see if that will be undone.
That's a big deal.
Now, he's already said he's going to rejoin us to the Paris Agreement, which is asinine.
Agonizing.
Yeah. Even according to the UN Climate Change Panel.
The point.
They said we're way beyond the climate change agreement from Paris. Way ahead of all the parties that are signed on to that agreement. Unbelievable.
So does this mean we get to pollute more when we sign on to that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It does.
Well, okay.
Sure.
There's silver lining.
Sure. So
apparently Biden's going to change the name of Operation Warp Speed as well.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's already done. So go ahead and change the name, you douchebag. It's just unbelievable. And he'll also, I'm guessing he's going to try to do something with the Iranian agreement.
Yep.
Get us back into that.
On it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that was, he and John Kerry's big deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, again, it's a dark day.
It is a dark winter.
It's a dark.
Here's your dark winter that Joe Biden warned us about.
And if I hear him say one more time, these are dark times. And
well, today is dark time.
I mean,
I'll agree with him on that. This is a dark day. But his other day one priority that I really enjoy, of course, we've talked about it a little bit earlier, was the fact that transgender people can choose whatever bathroom they want to go into. It's whatever you identify as at that particular moment.
Hello.
He's going back to that. And then also for transgenders, we have a new Assistant Secretary of Health, and her name is Rachel Levine. Levine.
Yeah, whatever.
And here she is. We got a photo of Rachel. She's lovely. First of all,
from Pennsylvania.
Absolutely lovely.
All right.
Truly breathtaking.
Beautiful.
There she is. Second, I'm sure she's not there just because we've never had a transgendered person in the cabinet, right? I'm positive that's not. She's the absolute best, most qualified person for the job. I'm sure of that.
Oh, ask Pennsylvania how well she did up there.
Okay. Yeah. Well, they say, she is the best in the country.
Yes, that's what they'll say.
So qualified for this position. So we got that going for us. We have a transgendered person finally. And how long have we been clamoring for that?
Forever.
Thank you. Yes. I remember when I first started in music radio back in.
No.
This was the late 70s. And I was saying, hey, you know what we need is a transgendered person in the cabinet in the U.S.
You were saying that?
U.S. cabinet. Yeah, I was saying that when I was 19 years. I was 19 years old, blazing that trail.
I remember back then, not now, but back then, saying, "Man, we need some trannies."
Right?
That was back then, not now. I mean,
now you wouldn't use that term.
No,
right? You wouldn't. It sounds too disrespectful.
Right. And don't put man in there either, hater.
Well, Rachel is a former
man. But you said, we need some trannies.
Are you dead gendering someone now?
Oh. Wow.
I mean, Rachel is a former father of two. Well, it's still a father of two.
Whoa.
Now since the surgery.
He's off the rails, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody get a grip on this guy.
Wow. No, do not.
But, no, I'm just saying what.
Yeah. We know what you're saying, hater.
You're dead naming, you're dead fathering.
What was his name? And when it was a he, what was her name?
Oh,
when
I do not.
This is so inappropriate. I'm not a part of it. I just want everybody to know.
She was a he.
I'm
what
not
was
party to it.
What was the name?
888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. The president just arrived at JBA. To those in the know.
Yeah.
Joint Base Andrews.
I
guess Andrews Air Force Base is now Joint Base Andrews?
Yeah.
Why?
I noticed. I don't know. I noticed
When did
last
that
night in
happen?
a story that they were calling it that, and
Can
I
we
thought,
stop that? Stop changing the names of everything.
Andrews Air Force Base and the Naval Air Facility, Washington.
Oh, the
have been
Joint
merged.
Forces. I see. Now it's Joint Base
I don't care.
Andrews.
I'm calling it Andrews Air Force Base. Just like I
Yeah.
didn't change when they changed Hartsfield to Hartsfield-Jackson. No, it's Hartsfield Airport in Atlanta.
Just like I refuse to say Copenhagen when it's Copenhagen. Okay? I refuse to call it Kabul when I know it's Kabul.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will not call Qatar gutter. Okay.
wow.
Got that on my.
And
Plus,
I'm
it's
the hater.
Nevada,
Whoa.
not Nevada.
Whoa, now we're getting close to home.
And I'm the hater. Okay.
Okay. All right. Just so you know. I'm glad you know.
Okay.
Got some tweets here from Sir Nasty. Just laughed at 4 Spirit as if 2 Spirit was settled science. Dr. Stephen Avery, I had to go into work right as Trump was leaving. Was he running from the SEALs?
Yes.
Did they have to tackle him or gun him down for refusing to leave? I need to know these things.
Right.
No, we were stunned to find out there was no Delta Force needed. The SEAL teams were still at their stations.
So far.
They have not been deployed yet, but they may well be at JBA.
I think they chased him to Joint
JBA.
Base Andrews.
To JBA.
They got him cornered now at the JBA.
And they're like, all right, you want to say something? All right, well, let him talk before we arrest him. Yeah, that's what they're doing.
From Don Dancy. Now Dr. Levine can screw up the country like her and Wolf have done in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, my. All right, so here we are at this juncture in history. A really dark day for the United States of America.
You were going to go into some big monologue, but nope, it's just a dark day.
I already did my dark day monologue.
I know.
And it's a dark day for some of these people who have forgotten their Bitcoin passwords. You've seen what's going on with some of these poor people that frantically searching. Like the guy... What's the story about the guy who got 7,000 Bitcoins for doing a presentation on what Bitcoin really kind of is? And this was clear back in 2011, I think.
Yeah.
2011. So he did this big presentation. They liked it. They paid him with 7,000 Bitcoins. Now, that seems like a lot today, but back in 2011, it was probably a penny. It was probably 7,000 pennies. So maybe $70 they gave him for that. That's amazing. Might even been worth less than a penny. Well, those 7,000 now are worth, I don't know how many millions. Billions?
Billions.
I mean, 7,000 times 43,000, what is it today?
18 billion.
Is that just your 18?
Off the top of my head,
just
math,
off the top of your head.
Top of my head, math.
280 million.
Billion.
$280 million.
That's pretty close.
The guy forgot his password.
Oh, no.
And you have 10 tries to get it right. He's used up 8 of them. And now he's stuck. And he doesn't want to use his last 2 because it locks forever if you do it wrong 10 times.
Is that the guy or is it another guy that said that he wrote the password down and he put it in a drawer and now it's just gone? You know what I mean? If you write it down on some piece of paper, which we've all done, you know that is gone. Right? It's history. It's over.
See, because is it a password that guy lost? Or is it the key? Because like the key is like random letters and numbers that go on like 15, 20. Good, you'll never get that one.
Yeah.
But if it's a password he created, then he's got to be like, okay, 2011.
Right.
What was I doing?
What was I doing?
Who did I know? What was my pet?
How old was were the kids? Where was I
what
living?
What street was I living on?
Yeah.
And it's impossible. How many passwords do we have?
Oh my gosh, huge.
I mean, I must have 50 different passwords to get into various websites and apps.
Not mine. Mine is like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on all of them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
9999999.
I believe that I have reset my passwords more often than I've typed them in.
Yeah. I know.
Honestly.
And sometimes they won't let you do it. Oh, that's not hard enough. What business is it of yours?
Yeah, right.
You're a freaking computer. If I want to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'll do it.
Here's what sucks.
No, you won't.
You won't.
No, you won't.
That password is too similar to one you've used in the past. I know, because I don't want to be stuck here on the screen again trying to remember a brand new password.
What's the last password you remember? I don't know. That's why I'm trying to change it.
I don't know why they don't just let me every time. I have to change it. They won't let me. It's too similar because it's Jeffy is fat 18. Jeffy is fat 19. Jeffy is fat, and they're like, oh, it's too similar.
That's 2021.
Yeah, won't let you do it. So you got that guy.
I must have used capital F.
You have another guy, and then that's the other thing. If you just don't capitalize the first, or you do capitalize and you shouldn't, that could screw the whole thing. And so you might have it right.
But you just don't have the capitalization right. I know, it's incredible. That's why I don't know. I write them down now. I have a special place for them.
And tape them to the wall of your office?
I have a special password room.
Is it the same room that Trump keeps his Bibles in?
It's the very same room.
That's
I had it modeled after that room.
Jeffy's password room? I mean, think about how many sites.
People send me passwords all the time.
Right.
I can't keep them here in this beautiful apartment in Manhattan, so I've got to keep them in a special room.
Okay.
Yeah. Think of how many sites that you have to remember, Jeffy.
I do.
That's why you have so
That's
many
why I have
passwords.
a special room. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So you got the guy with the 280 million in Bitcoin. Then you have a man who accidentally threw away a hard drive with 7,500 Bitcoins.
Whoops.
And so his hard drive is in a landfill, and he thinks he knows where it is.
This is in Britain.
Yes.
Nice. I mean,
but they won't let him go dig it up because it might release some gases that they don't want released.
I can't take it.
All right. Well, then let me put a gas mask on. Okay. Everybody put on a gas mask.
It's not you they're concerned about. It's the
there's a lot more to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take a look.
So his Bitcoins are now worth 300 million. At the current price.
I'm digging at the landfill for that bad boy.
IT engineer mistakenly threw away the hard drive of an old computer containing 7,500 Bitcoins.
Oops.
35-year-old explained that he threw out the hard drive that contained his Bitcoin private keys in the summer of 2013 when he was clearing out his desk. After he realized his mistake, he asked the council for permission to search the city's landfill site.
See, this is a key. This isn't a password. This is that random crazy string.
Yeah, which is impossible to remember.
Sure.
I had 2 identical hard drives and threw out the wrong one, he said. The Newport resident is now offering his city council 25% of the Bitcoin stored in the hard drive.
Oh, wow.
$72 million he's offering them to let me search for my Bitcoins.
Let me dig up the land. That's a heck of a job there, too. Right? You got to kind of kind of know where it was dropped off. I mean, I guess they keep track of where the different trucks in different places
he does have that down.
Yeah.
So
he knows the coordinates. He's willing to put in this environmentally friendly tent to keep the gases from escaping. And here's what's happened. He's probably gone to them. He says, I know it's at, XY coordinates in your landfill. And they're like, nope, sorry, environmental concerns. And as soon as his vehicle leaves the parking lot, they're like, okay, all right, guys, let's go. We're going to go and dig today. And
they can't let the gases out of the
landfill. Oh, yeah, it's all about the environment. That's why they're not digging.
That's systemic racism.
Yeah. They're all
He said, I've got the backing from a hedge fund that's willing to put up the funds for the project. We're happy to put the money into an escrow account. Wow. If I could access the landfill records, I could identify the week that I threw out the hard drive. I could identify the serial number of the bin that it was found in, and then I could identify where the grid reference is located.
Yeah. He's already told them enough information.
Jeez, that's
I know it was summer of 2012.
They can't stop that. Right? No way. I mean, it's a public landfill.
He's got to win this, right?
Yes.
You would think so.
I don't.
But
yes.
I don't know.
He's going to sneak in there.
God, can you imagine that would just eat away at you? You have literally $300 million now at your disposal, but you threw it away.
Yeah.
That would just eat away at you.
But he has given them enough information.
They could steal it.
They're doing it right now.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah,
I
hope he's not married.
Yeah.
Because it would eat away at more than you.
And that person who it's also eating away at might let you know about it.
I'm just saying it's possible that you may be reminded.
Yeah, I can't imagine such a scenario. Can't relate to
Well,
that.
then it would be. Well, you told me to clean up around here, so I got rid of the extra computer I didn't
You threw
need.
it away at your office, idiot.
Oh.
I've never thrown away a hard drive like that. I don't think. Have you? You ever thrown away a hard drive?
Not with Bitcoin on it.
No.
I know where to save my 7,000 Bitcoins. I'll tell
Wouldn't
you
you
that.
be thinking, all right, I'm going to make sure this is the one without the Bitcoin on it?
Yeah.
Tom Brady disposes of electronics when he's done with stuff. He just smashes them to bits, if you'll recall. His cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
During the investigation for Inflategate. Gee,
right.
what are you hiding? No, I just
Nothing.
destroy-
I destroy all my
just
old things that I get rid of.
get rid of my old contact. Jeffy's going to say something. He's going to chime in. He's going to defend the guy. Let's go.
Wow.
What? Let's hear.
First of all,
who among us hasn't destroyed a phone when we're done with it?
Thank you. You're supposed to.
Why?
Because.
What if you want like a portable like MP3 player to take around with you? You know,
No.
old phone or something. Let the kids play on it. And you're like, no, don't play on that phone, please.
No. Do not look at the search engines.
here's something interesting that tells us that we do have a chance of coming together.
All right.
Good. I need this.
Yeah. Harry Reid
He's still alive.
he's still alive.
Not a promising start here,
That's
Pat.
thing one. He is now friends with Mitt Romney.
Okay, I can't.
Oh, good.
Whom he now calls a very fine human being. Okay, this is the guy.
Unity. We're coming together.
This is the guy that you got a phone call about who hadn't paid taxes in 10 years.
It's out there now. It's out there now.
Yeah, it's out there, and he needs to prove it. He needs to prove it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. You need to prove it. You need to prove that you got a call from somebody or that he hasn't paid his taxes. He doesn't have to do that. But that hurt him badly. Mm-hmm. And then years later, I think it was 2 years later after Mitt Romney lost, somebody asked him about that and whether he regretted it. Well, do you regret lying about Harry Reid like that? Well, he didn't win the election, did he?
Wow.
A despicable human being.
Yep.
Despicable. And now all of a sudden, he and his wife and Romney and his wife went out to dinner together.
That is so sweet.
Had a good time.
Coming together.
Yeah, and we had a meeting at his home in Salt Lake City where Mitt and I talked about probably how we had done things wrong about each other, and our wives were there. We had a very nice meeting, kind of a makeup session, so I admire Mitt Romney. I think he's a very, very fine human being. I think you're both douchebags.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
That's unbelievable.
That's a good
I
assessment.
think that's wonderful coming together like that.
That is unbelievable.
That is wonderful because you want Harry Reid as a friend.
Don't you, though?
I mean, how many times in your life have you thought, man, I need a friend like
this lying
Harry
sack
Reid.
of crap.
What was it?
This evil bastard Harry Reid who knows better and lies through his freaking communist teeth about anything just so that his side can win.
Didn't Harry Reid have a Nordic
that
track
guy.
or
That's
something?
the guy. That's the guy I want for
He
a
had a
friend.
Nordic track that didn't want to be his friend.
Yeah, he did.
Something.
No, it's exercise bands.
Oh, exercise
It was
bands.
exercise
Those are
bands.
dangerous.
Let's
They
keep
are.
changing the story. Or is a guy
They are.
Look out for
with an
those.
Italian accent?
Yeah, correct.
They didn't want to be his friend.
It wasn't Vito stopping by.
Yeah, from Las Vegas because he
Right.
displeased the mob.
It was an exercise band.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was probably the guy's nickname. They call me the exercise band. Probably how that went down.
All right, let me tell you about Omega XL. If you got pains that don't come from exercise bands, but instead come from inflammation, here's something you could do about it. Try Omega XL. It's got those omega fatty acids. These come from the pristine waters of New Zealand. And they're put into a tiny little gel cap, super easy to swallow. And once this stuff builds up in your system, for me, after the first week, I started really noticing a difference. And then after 2 weeks, the pain was just gone. Because Omega XL has essentially an off switch for inflammation. And once that inflammation goes away, so does your pain. Love this stuff. And I love the fact that it doesn't come with that fishy aftertaste because I can't continue to take things that do come with that fishy aftertaste. So to get you started, when you order one Omega XL bottle, we'll get you a second bottle for free. Buy one, get one free. OmegaXL.com/Pat. OmegaXL.com/Pat or call 800-844-4888.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
It's adorable that Biden is going to church this morning, and he's so religious, so
Biden
very
heads
very
to church. Trump heads to Florida.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't take it.
That's even a Fox News headline.
I will say I am reminded as they're as they're wrapping up the Trumps getting on Air Force One to flying to Florida, is that had I been elected, or if I'm ever elected president of the United States, day one, the stairway to Air Force One becomes an escalator. We're not walking up those bad boys.
It's a good idea.
Just saying. That's just my first.
It's a good
day
idea.
one.
Would it
day
be
one that
I don't know.
happens.
Joe Biden strikes me more as like a sitting in the seat going up the stairs.
No,
like,
you
you know what I mean?
That would be awesome. But he's
waving at everybody.
That would be great. Going up at 1 mile an hour. That would be fantastic. That's a good Saturday Night Live bit. They won't do it, though, because it's against Biden.
Yep.
But it'd be really funny. But no, Biden is going to jog up them. And Mr. I can jog upstairs.
Mm-hmm. I love the fact, too, that he's headed to church. And is it McConnell that's going to church with him?
Yeah,
good.
McConnell and
McConnell,
Pelosi, I think.
Pelosi.
And Schumer. Maybe not Schumer.
Some other Republicans are going to church with him.
Good.
It's all really wonderful that they're all...
Well, they're uniting.
They're uniting, and they're going to church.
Trump
together.
did
That's
not
beautiful.
have a friend
Not a friend in that city.
anywhere.
Nope.
No, somebody said that. So after 4 years, the swamp remains a protected wetland.
It sure is.
And that is so well said.
Sure is.
Hands
yes,
off.
it is.
It's the swamp. Forever.
And when you try to drain the swamp, they instead drain all your blood out of your body and try to kill you.
He should have done. I will say he should have done more at that. I mean, when he first showed up, he should have, instead of trying to get along.
Yeah,
he should
clean
have
it
wiped
out.
him out, man.
Which he said he was going to do.
I know.
It's hard though.
I know.
It's hard.
it took him 6 months to get the mole out of his staff that
Yeah.
was leaking everything.
True.
Rance Previs. Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, and I don't know who. Somebody said that today's a sad day.
It's a dark day.
Mm-hmm. Dark
Somebody
day.
said that. A couple of times, I think. I heard it a couple of times.
It's a dark
I forget who said it, though. To make the day a little bit brighter is maybe get some really delicious cookies. Maybe you could buy some cookies.
Anything come to mind in particular?
Yeah. A company called Keksi. Keksi.
Keksi.com.
Keksi.
Okay.
Cookies.
Let's see if
I think it means
Can you spell it?
cookies in Finnish.
Jeffy's got that look on his face. You able to spell that for us?
I did.
No.
Keksi. Keksi.
Keksi. You got that?
Best cookies in the world.
It's not Kiki.
No.
No, it's not. He just got done spelling it a couple times.
Keksi.
So if you're thinking Kiki, no, that's the chick that did the song with Elton John back in the 70s.
Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
That's the one.
Kiki, do you love me?
Kiki, do you love it?
So yeah,
Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
I couldn't if I tried.
Honey, when
I get restless.
Fantastic, man.
Drake song too.
Side. It's a what song?
That's a Drake song. Kiki, do you love me? Never mind. Keep moving.
Okay. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter.
You want something fun? Got a whole bunch of fun stuff over here.
Oh, well, you're looking for that. Let's do. Earlier, we talked about the fight between the audience against Romo, Jim Nance and Romo, and Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
I mean, the audience just killed them because they went back to back, and they were just on fire at how bad Joe Buck and Troy Aikman were up after Nance and Romo. And one of my favorite videos that they posted was the difference on Twitter from showing the difference going from Nance and Romo to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, and it was from Jolly Jaden. If we have that video.
So this, okay. So the first one is obviously, it's Nance and Romo. The second one, Buck and Aikman. Watch this again. That's what Nance and Romo. Buck and Aikman. One more time. Nance and Romo. This is what they're like.
There we go. Yep.
Buck and Aikman.
That's really funny.
That's funny. I don't think it's that bad.
No, it is not. I agree with that. I was just going to say it's not that bad. It really isn't, but that's really funny.
It's just that Buck and Aikman are a little more low-key.
Yeah,
that's a nice spin.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Joe Buck. Really,
they're a little more low-key. I like Buck and Aikman. I think they're good.
Yeah, they're fine. They do a fine job.
Yeah, I mean, they're not Pat Summerall and Madden, but who is?
Well, Nance and Romo now.
Nance and Romo kind of are. Yeah, sort of. But I still miss. I miss the Pat Summerall and Madden days. Those were good times.
Me too.
It was just soothing to hear their voices on TV. Even if I wasn't interested in the game, I just wanted it on so I could hear it. My wife's the opposite. Will you turn that down? Will you turn that off? I can't stand the guy in the conference. What?
Next time that happens,
start speaking
remind her
tongues
that you're not the guy that threw away the hard drive with 7,000 bitcoins.
Right, I'm not the guy. I'm not
the guy.
Right.
Oh, I mean, but you're the guy that invested in Bitcoin, at least.
No, I'm not that guy.
Oh, you're not that guy either.
As a matter of fact,
well then,
I am not that guy either.
Apologies.
Here's some good news. Apparently, 4 seconds worth of exercise can make a difference in your life.
Right?
Oh, right.
4
so we've gone
seconds
from 8-minute abs to 7-minute abs to 4-second abs.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Sign me up.
What's probably the definitive word on how little exercise we can get away with? A new study finds that a mere 4 seconds of intense intervals.
You got to go intense. You got to go intense.
It's got to be intense for 4 seconds.
Jeff, are you doing this?
You got to go. I have been. You can say how well it works. Anyway,
but here's the thing: it has to be repeated until they amount to about a minute.
Yeah.
Of total
I'm not
exertion.
doing a minute. You had me at 4 seconds.
And the sad news with this is that they give you the end game is to do more exercise.
What?
The end game is to do the
Wait a
4
minute.
second
Wait a
the
minute.
4 seconds of exercise.
You've blown the whole 4
up to
second
a
thing.
minute.
This started at
And
4
then,
seconds. It got up to a minute. You're talking about a workout?
And now they're talking the end game is to get you to do more exercise.
Okay,
and
this is like a timeshare.
I just want to say,
exactly.
What are we doing here, man?
Yeah, how about
Come
no?
on.
Yeah, how about no?
So if you do 15 times, so you got to do the 4 seconds 15 times. And then you're saying that's just to get you to exercise even more after that?
That gets you to 30 minutes.
No, man.
You got the 4 second, you got to move by 15 minutes.
22 minutes.
Yeah.
You sell it with 8 minutes of ads, you got 30 minutes.
It's just that simple.
It's just that.
This is. I feel like we were sold a bill of goods. That was
there's
bait
no
and
question.
switch.
Yes.
Bait and switch story.
It absolutely was.
Yes, absolutely was.
Yes, 100%.
Wow.
And of course we do the bait and switch on the dark day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 3 hours. 3 hours until Joe Biden is sworn in as the 46th president.
Well, he's at church now as Trump heads to Florida.
Because he's such a spiritual man. Oh my gosh! And now the media loves that. They love that he's a church-going guy.
Yeah, he's a devout Catholic who's going to make sure we pay for abortions.
Exactly right. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.